Yeah, Ghost Planet. You brought up something that really hurt my heart a little bit earlier when I heard it today. The passing of the great, amazingly talented Arleen Sorkin. I am just that one hurts, and it hurts because not because I knew her personally. When a celebrity passes, it's always sad when anybody dies, right? But sometimes people will act like, "Oh, I'm just so gutted. I can't believe so and so died," and I'm like, "Well, I mean, they were old as dirt." Not this isn't the case in Arlene Sorkin's case. I'm just talking about celebrities in general. Like usually these people were very old. It's not like a tragedy that they died too young or anything. It's sad that anybody dies. I'm not taking away from that. But to hear some people go on about it, it's like what were they giving you that you are missing now that they're gone? It's still sad that they died, and their deaths are often a good time to remember and celebrate their great work and everything. But some people just go on and on. It kind of makes it more about them than it does about this poor person who passed away. Um, but I say that to say that there are some celebrities who pass, and it's extra tragic because they still had a lot of work, great work that they could have given us, right? I felt that way about Darwin Cook when he passed away. That gutted me. I was like, oh, comic industry desperately needed more from him. And I feel that way about Arlene Sorkin as well. I don't know. I haven't heard interviews with her lately, so maybe her voice was different or it aged or changed her in some which way. But no one has ever topped her Harley Quinn. Arlene Sorkin was it. She was Harley Quinn, not Tara Strong, not any of the ladies from the Big Bang Theory. None of them can touch Arlene Sorkin. And it always kind of bugs me when people act like Tara Strong she is the go-to Harley. Now she does a fine job, not insulting her take, but nobody touches Arlene Sorkin. And if you don't know the different Harley voices, she was the voice for Harley Quinn. She originated the character on Batman the Animated Series. She was the voice throughout, I think, all the DC animated definitely all the Batman shows. And I think every time like Harley would show up in the Superman or Justice League, it was Arlene Sorkin as well. She did some of the movies. She did the last thing I know of that she voiced Harley Quinn was in Batman Arkham Asylum, the video game, and it was so wonderful. And in fact, if you played the games back to back, you can tell a striking difference. You can tell a striking difference from Harley in Arkham Asylum, and then you play Arkham City, and it's boom, it's Tara Strong. And again, Tara's she does a fine job, whatever, but it's just not Arlene Sorkin. Arlene Sorkin had that playfulness. It was just, so much has been lost in the character of Harley Quinn. People have drastically forever altered her costume. They forever altered a lot with her personality. The woke agendas have seeped in, and her voice portrayals are just never as spot on as they were with Arlene Sorkin. So rest in peace, Arlene Sorkin. That is very sad news. I was bummed to hear that. So yeah, I agree. Thanks for mentioning that, Ghost Planet. Studio Super says, if my info is correct, the character was made after her. You're right. You are right. Paul Dini created the character. Now it gets billed as Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. Bruce Timm gets a little more credit than he deserves on a lot of things with the BTAS and the DCAU altogether, if you ask me. Not that he didn't have something to do with it, and he deserves credit to a certain degree. But no, Paul Dini was writing the script. It was the episode, I forget the name of the episode right now, but it's the one where the guy driving on rush hour cuts off the Joker and flips him off or something like that. Not literally, because that wouldn't be in a kid's show. But then he realizes that, oh crap, that's the Joker I just cut off, or I just, yelled at and road raged at. And the Joker's like following him, and it's that episode. And the episode progresses to the point where Joker has a little gang around him. And Paul Dini thought it would be cool, as he's writing the script long before Bruce Timm even gets, wind of this. And he thought it'd be cool if Joker had a not just henchman, but a female, henchman or underling as well. And I think he was college friends with Arlene Sorkin or something like that. They'd known each other at some point. And she had done a scene in a soap opera once. You can actually look it up. If you look on YouTube, look up Arlene Sorkin, jester outfit or whatever, you'll see the scene on a soap opera. It was some kind of like dream sequence. And Arlene Sorkin showed up in a jester costume in this dream sequence for this character in the soap opera. And for some reason that just inspired Paul Dini. And then he created this character, Harley Quinn. And Bruce Timm did go ahead and do the visual design for it. And he deserves credit for that, taking the cue off of Dini's description there. And Paul Dini, just invented the visual there. But, and then it comes across that she used to be Dr. Harleen Quinzel, which is great. but they really go, once they really just kind of sunk their teeth into this tragic, abused love interest kind of thing. I mean, part of that's good. Mad Love is a great comic book, but it's only a matter of time before the woke get their hands on that and just ruin it. But yeah, good point.